Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to my channel. Classic Fresh Hardcore has been out for a few days, and I thought that there is no better time than now to start a series. Since this is my first video, I thought I should share some things about myself. So my name is Brandon, and I go by Oracle in-game. I first started playing WoW at the end of Legion, so I've been playing for about 6 years now. I decided to main a Shaman cause they have a cool ass class fantasy with their totems, and I can blast someone in the face with big spells. I played the WoW Classic re-release back in 2019 and got to level 51 before I stopped. I also tried playing official hardcore when it was super popular last year. I've been playing private servers on and off for a long time and decided to hop back onto official Blizzard servers for the fresh release. Here's the history of my characters. I've played a lot of Shaman throughout the years, on Season of Discovery, Retail WoW, and on the hardcore server. I wasn't lying when I said I really enjoyed playing Shaman. So as you can see, I have a horrible track record on hardcore, dying in the fucking Barons on cooldown. So my number one goal of this series is to get my ass out of Barons alive, and then hopefully I can work on getting to 60. And my last goal is to max out my professions, which obviously should be easier than the other two. The final thing before I start yapping about the rest of the video are the add-ons I'm using. The add-ons that are most useful in my opinion are DBM, 5-second rule for casters, and weapon swing timer for melee. Details is honestly just for looking at their big DPS numbers. The rest is just for aesthetics and all convenience. Okay, now that the scripted part of the video is over, I'm just gonna speedball for the rest of it. So for the first episode, I just wanted to talk about the first 10 levels of what questing is like in hardcore. Okay, so if you've ever played Classic, I think the first 10 levels is no different. You're just running around your starting zone and you just start killing mobs and whatnot. Okay, a tip I have if you're playing Shaman specifically, starting in the Torrent zone, is that before you hit into the caves to kill the Quail boss, you'll want to hopefully try to hit level 4, because that way you get access to your Shaman class quest, which requires you to collect the Ritual Salve. After killing the chief and looting his hit, there's a cave on the right side where there's 2 mobs just standing guard over this map on the floor. It's an item where you should loot it and it'll give you a free quest that you can turn it back into starting zone for some XP. So after finishing all the quests in the Quillball area, I usually try to hit level 5, close to 6. So that way, after I hand in all my quests, including the Shaman follow-up quest chain, I usually just hit level 6. That way I get to skip the whole of level 5 and I get to run to the next area at level 6, which makes things a lot easier that way. Honestly, if you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much. I'm sorry everything's a mess. It's my first time doing something like this. It's my first time doing a voiceover. It's my first time editing videos. I'll promise it'll be better in future. And I think the next video I'll be doing will be live commentary, so I don't have to do all these cuts in my voiceover and all these clips all over the place. Okay, the thing I usually do when I reach Bloodhoof Village is I will do the cleansing the well quests first and killing all the loot quests from killing all the beasts, cause that shit takes a long ass time, and I swear I did like 30 minutes of farming, maybe even more straight, just to get all the loot I needed. Oh my god, it was a terrible time. I wanted to stop. Okay, so after farming all the beasts for their loot, I cut that whole part out because I thought it would just be very uninteresting to look at. Okay, the next thing I did after that was to go to the left side of the zone where I could do the nose, the dwarven pickaxe and the harpies all at the same time, because they are all on the left side of the map, so in my opinion they'll be just easier and more efficient to clear together. And for the nose, I think that the nose at the camp are way tougher to handle because there's no line of sight walls you could use, and there are casters and range mobs there, just they're able to like shoot you from a mile away. And I think that just being in the cave itself, I have walls to line of sight range, I've lost to line of sight the casters, and the aggro range of mobs aren't that big at low levels, so honestly it's not very dangerous to be in the cave pulling mobs. So it took me about 2 hours to hit level 10, with me having to set up my add-ons and my UI and whatnot. And the lucky thing was that I managed to find 4 chests in the starting zone, which, okay, there's probably not a lot of people, but I think that's like super lucky. And the fucking sad thing is that I did not get a single bag drop, which is ridiculous, cause I was playing on my trial character before I started this hardcore just to get a feel of the leveling again, cause it's been a while since I started playing hardcore. Was that I got 3 bags before I even reached level 10. It was like level 8, level 9, I got 3 bags. And on this character I was playing, I had no bags. And I was so depressed cause my bag was full all the time, and like, oh my god, I'm just losing out on so much copper early into the game. Where in my opinion it matters a bit more cause like your spells are super efficient early. And so not being able to buy or train all your spells is like super detrimental, and I was so damn sad about it. Jesus Christ, man. So at this point, the rest of the video is just me trying to hit level 10. As you can see from my XP bar at the top, the green bar just basically means that I have enough quests to hand in to ding level 10. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just running around trying to finish the last quest, which was just collecting this animal paws, which honestly also took me forever again. I was just running around finding these mobs to farm. At this point I was done questing, so I wanted to go to Thunderbluff to get my professions, but I totally zoned out and forgot because I had all these spells to train. And I was even thinking of buying bags because of how depressed I was. I'm like, okay, I do not have enough silver for these bags and my spells, so I decided not to do it. Okay, before I end off by handing all these quests in, my last tip for people who are just running around questing pre-mount is that try to kite mobs from point A to point B so you get XP while running. And yeah, I think that's it. I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye.